Here we go. Now, last time I was on here, I was talking about a conversation me and my dad had about me making sure that the paths were clear so nobody messed with my brothers and sisters. Now, I was pretty spunky. I was way strong for my age. Third grade. I was in third grade. I was a little chunky, but man, I was strong for my age. So one day, my mom says, "You're not going to school this morning." What? What? I'm not going to school. What? What did I do? Because I already know education is key. Period. They can't take knowledge from you. That's why they wouldn't let the slaves learn. See, now we done got too smart. They gotta figure out other ways. Anyway, back to the story. She tells me, "No, you're not going to school today because these kids been picking on your brother when he gets off the bus. And I want you to stop it." Now look, I knew what Dad told me. I knew what racism felt like. So I knew what she was saying. This was going to be another lesson in life. Now, the neighbors beside us had hedge bushes. Big, tall hedge bushes. Couldn't see over. But we had a little path where we could cut through them at. Now, I'm standing over here by the corner of the neighbor's house. And I can hear what the kids are saying to my brother. And the closer they get, and the louder it gets, the madder I'm getting. Because this is my little brother. You ain't messing with my little brother. Not happening. I don't care if I go home with every stitch of clothing tore off and both eyes knocked out. My brother's gonna have time to get away if nothing else. That's what I'm here for. I am my brother's keeper. All that. And that holds true in my life. Anybody call on me, I'm gonna be there best I can, quick as I can. Ain't nobody owe me nothing. Anything I ever done for somebody, I did because I wanted to do it. Not because I wanted something out of it. Backstory. The kids are behind my brother and they are talking mad shit. My brother doesn't know that I'm sitting there waiting on him either. I see my brother go by that little path, and as soon as my brother went past that path, I already knew them kids was right behind him. I could hear it. My brother ain't said a word all the time they've been talking. I come through them hedge bushes and they were 3 wide. I took all 3 of them to the ground. Jumped on the biggest one first and gave him some of the best business I had. By the time the other 2 were coming out of shock and trying to get up and run, I'd grabbed the second one. Third one got away. I did the best I could with him too. My little brother took off running. I scared him when I come through. We little, dude. I was only in third grade. I knew what time it was. I was raised by smart people, good people, God-fearing people. And I ain't gonna say that I'm all religious and all that. Man, I ain't lived my life nowhere close to it. Ain't gonna lie about it. Ain't gonna pretend I did. But by graces, I never went to prison because I was always quick enough to catch on when they was trying to put us there. Always knew when the snake came in the house. Always knew when the shit was gonna be wrong. And I'd tell the people that meant something to me, man, look, better shed this one. Get the hell out of here. I ain't messing with these people. Would it be 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, 6 months later? Bam! Caught up with that same old shit that I kept telling them was, man, look, that was one of my bad habits. I'm passionate about what I think, what I feel. Passionate. Always wanting to help. Need to be needed. Let's say that. Let's say that. Need to be needed. No, I don't know. And I didn't know what my purpose was to be put in that little old town around all them people. You know they say take the good with the bad and all that. Take lemons, make lemonade. Right? Well, I could have used a little sugar in my damn lemonade. Because a lot of times it was cool and refreshing, but boy, it could have been a little sweeter. Anyway, back to the story. That day, after taking up with my brother, it was set in stone. I'm supposed to defend people. I'm supposed to argue with people. I'm supposed to make people stand on what they're talking about. I'm supposed to make people root in. See, I'm a country boy. I love my gardens. I might take you on that little trip too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't got no damn garden in right now. And I'm sick about it. Sick. I just went and bought a bunch of damn soil. Look at that. Bunch of damn soil. Just went and bought it. Started to work on my little, I don't know what they called them. I guess they must have been flower gardens or something. I don't know what the hell they were. There's some more. I had some bone meal, some blood meal out here to mix it with my soil and my topsoil. The damn foxes or something come and took both bags. Took my blood meal and my bone meal. Lesson learned, right? You leaving your junk outside. You know somebody's gonna come by and take it. You ain't learned that in all the time in your life. No matter where, especially if you're in the country. Damn varmints everywhere. Anyway, back to the story. All of this, now look here. This is all I was asking this dude to do since we out here by it. In my last video, I was talking about what I asked the dude to do. Vicious dogs and stuff running around. They ain't running around. He's up in the house talking shit. You know, like most. Talk all that shit until you get out there in the yard, and then all of a sudden you get skittish. I ought to quit. Anyway, Back to story. This is the patch. This is the patch I wanted the dude to knock down. Right here. Right here at this tree. From that tree, I wanted him to cut, just push that brush. Push that brush right down there. Right down there. Way before you get down there to that boat. Just where this opening's at. That's all far they had to go. For $100. For $100 and he wouldn't do it. Isn't that funny? You would throw away $100 because of your attitude. Now that pretty much tells you what racism is, right? Cut off your nose to spite your face, all that kind of shit, right? Anyway, now, I stumbled upon this. What is this 2024 bill these lawyers are passing? Talking about erasing all the history. So I seen something, one of them said something about if Trump don't win, it'll be bloodshed. Something about liberals and it won't be bloody as long as liberals go along with it. Check it out, dude. I live my life the same way I live on all of it. Politics, religion, all of it. I'm gonna do good by you if you do good by me. But you can forget that turn the other cheek shit. I don't know who these cats are, or who they think they are, or what they think they talking about. Tell you what, you better wake up and smell coffee. Cause them bastards ain't the only ones running around with guns. They ain't the only ones that'll get a little dirty. You know what I'm saying? And a whole lot of people look like me that ain't going backwards. You know what I'm talking about? And if you want to wake up the monster, you start that shit. Anyway, still racism. You know what I'm talking about. But look, when you dealing with people like that, especially the people that are just straight hateful, right? They're easy. They're easy pickings. Because they want to do something so bad to you or say something to you that's going to hurt your feelings, make you feel bad, make you feel lower than yourself. Easiest thing to do is look at them and say, well, you noticed. What difference does it make? What you think of me, dude? What difference does it make? What you think of us, dude? Look, a lot of good people. A lot of different ethnicities. A lot of bad people. A lot of ethnicities. But look, if you're going to stand around and watch somebody do something to somebody else, you next. You next. Plain simple. Plain and simple. Look. We're going to have to live in a reality world. We're going to live in the reality world, right? I started watching when Deion Sanders started coaching down in Jackson State. And everybody always saying, oh, just because you can play don't mean you can coach. So I'm like, you're right. Sure, you're right. So this experiment I'm going to watch. Because that's the baddest one that I ever played in the corner position. could probably say one of the baddest athletes that ever walked the planet. Pardon on. Now he went down there to Jackson State. Him and his son. Then his other son. They brought in Travis. They went from 4-3 to 11-1 to 12-0. HBCU. Okay. Now, by any other metrics, if a coach turns a team around that hard, that fast, it's the next best thing. Next best thing. Oh, no. He wasn't the next best thing because he brought in guys that could play at Alabama, at Georgia, at all these Power 5 schools. That's what he brought down there. Well, why did the guys they could go to the Power 5? Why did they go to HBCU? Why'd they do that? Now, when he come to Colorado, his Power 5 guys came with him, right? His Power 5 guys came with him. He left the coach. He left the culture. He left all that down there. Coach still holding to it. Right? Okay, now he's up here in Colorado. Now last year. Oh, he turned over the whole thing. There wasn't 3 people on that damn team that was big enough. Oh, no, there was a couple of them that was big enough. That Charlie owed something else. That boy's a grinder. He's going to get some running time this year, I bet. Anyway. Why is there such negativity? Look, the guys were 1-11 the year before. Coach Prime come in. He looked at the players. He seen them sitting there. He knew who could fit his schedule and who couldn't. And he gave them the spring to prove it. Now, he may have told a few, you ain't got no choice, it ain't happening. Go back and coach high school. He may have told a few that. That's probably what they needed to hear. The rest of them, hey, they knew they couldn't hang. That's why they burned rubber. Too many rules, too many regulations. Used to not having that kind of structure. Wasn't it? Deion was mean. Deion was going to hold their ass responsible. He wanted to be a champion. In order to be a champion, you got to try to put that work in. He knew the ones that was laughing after losses and all that shit. And then last year, same shit. Same shit. Look, everybody wants to be the king till the crown sits down. Then they realize how heavy it is. Can't handle it. Too much pressure. You can't ride coattails. You gotta carry coattails if you're gonna do anything. Or be the coattail they're carrying. Now the boys that come in here this year, all of them already know. They already know what the mission is. They already know what it takes to play that game. And y'all getting ready to, or I'm going to say those Colorado folks are getting ready to run into a whole lot of heartbreak. Anyway, back to the story. The reason that Coach Prime is being hated on so much Hear me now, quote me later. It ain't because of that football team winning games or not winning games. It's because of them football players winning in that classroom. Look, you start producing 80, 75 college graduates a year, right? All of them from the hood. All of them know where they come from. All of them smart, fast, tough, disciplined, character. You know what that character does? That character takes all them graduates and it sends them back. Right back to where they came from so they can teach their cousins' friends, and all of that. And before you know it, instead of everybody wanting to run around with the guns and the jewelry and the high-low riders and all that, you see all that bling Shador's got? You see all that bling them football players are getting? You see that money they getting? Look, you getting ready to mess with the old money. Kids start going to school instead of going to prison. That's going to cost a lot of money, a lot of control, a lot of free labor, a lot of voters. See, social engineering, man. Social engineering. I'm telling you, I'm going to get better on this camera. I really am. I hope you hear my words more than you see my face. All this swirling around that I'm doing. I'm new to this. I'm true to what I'm talking about. We're going to get into some gardening and shit, though. Show y'all how to do some urban gardening. For those of y'all who live in apartments, ain't got much for a yard, all that kind of shit, man, I'm going to show you how to grow some good groceries. All kinds of ways. In buckets, totes, indoor, outdoor. Show y'all how to eat healthy. Because I know down in the cities, and shit, even really where I'm at right now, it's a long way to get a good piece of fruit. Good vegetable. I'm going to show y'all how to grow them right there at the house. With just a little bit of water. Effortless. You got an athlete growing up in your house? We're going to work on that. I'll show you how to grow them vegetables. Get them proteins. Get them K's. Get them all them ground vitamins. The real stuff. Straight out the ground, all the minerals. That's what built us. That's what keeps us strong. Get out of them grocery stores in your yard, or at least into the soil. You'll see what God built then. Hey, look, I'm always trying to get a little quiet elevation. I want y'all to help me elevate. Peace.